Saria in St. Cloud, Florida. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm have you seen Mo Better? Look at Mo Better and show everyone else how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses when I cut the new Transitions Gen 8 gray lenses with Crizal Alize for your Versace. It is the model number 3254. Color GB1, which is the classic shiny black in the 54 eye size. Let me take everything out of the box as Versace sends it to me. And of course you've got your international warranty card. You got that there. Your proof of purchase. Your Italian hardshell Versace case. Versace cleaning cloth. And of course the star of the show, the main attraction, it comes with a plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples rubbing together during shipping. And I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. And of course it has got the Medusa, not just here, but there. The Medusa so nice they named her twice. It got on both sides classic shiny black with the gold. And this is model number, I know you can't see it, 3254, color GB1 in the 54 eye size with a 16 bridge, 140 temple length. And just so here's a little teaching moment, I can do the 140 for the temple length. Starts at the center of that screw, goes all the way back. Now if you notice, there is still 16 millimeters in front of that temple screw. And that's where that 140 starts. So I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses, one of which says Versace, or Versace, depending on how it's pronounced. Put the frame into the tracing element of my blocker, program this number into the computer, so years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can pull it right up because you are Secret Agent 2329. I'm going to hit the start button. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine, authentic Versace frame that I offer, and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance, you will get reimbursed for what's known as out-of-network reimbursement. I don't take any insurances. So you will get your out-of-network reimbursement, or if you have health savings account flex dollars, you will get the full reimbursement from that. So I'm going to move on to the next screen. That is the shape that I'll be cutting. I need to enter your pupillary distance, 28.5 for each eye. So I'm going to tap the minus button until we get down to 28.5. I want to raise the optical center height up 2.5 millimeters to, going up 2.5 to 24. We can go ahead and get your lenses prepped. Minus 250 for the right eye. That is this one, minus 250. 0. Take the lens out of the protective packet. Comes with a little laminate on the front of the lens so nothing rubs against the lens while it is in shipping. Take that off, add it to my protective layering packet. Let me make sure everything's at 0. We are. Put the power drum on minus 250. Normally I would rotate the lens until the spherical component came into view first, but as you have no astigmatism correction, so it's all spherical. I'm going to darken that just so I can see that. And this is the right lens. Place that on the platform. Do the same thing now for the left one, which is minus 2.25, minus 75 at 165, minus 2.25, minus 75 at 165. In fact, let me go ahead and back up. Just so you know you're getting the authentic original lenses, I highlight everything. Minus 250. Now, they used to be written in plus cylinder. This is in minus cylinder. And these are the Airwear Transitions Gen 8 gray lenses with Crizal Alize. Let me mark on here that this is the right lens. We'll do the same thing now for the left. Minus 2.25, minus 75 at 165. Put the power drum on minus 2.25. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. Add to my laminate collection. I got some collections, don't I? I collect collections. Put 3 dots on your lenses. Uno, dos, 155. And this is the left lens. What? I didn't say it? I didn't say it? Highlight this, -2 1/4, -75. Airwear Transitions Gen 8 Gray with Crizal Alize. And this is the left lens. You will be receiving the original package to verify that you're getting the Essilor brand Transition Signature Gen 8 lenses with Crizal Alize. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Yeah, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Alright, so this is the block, as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I've got 2 double-sided adhesive stickers. Pull them away. The black side is the sticky side. We're going to add this onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. The magnet's going to, there's a magnet on the back. It's going to attach itself to another magnet here in the arm. And the reason why I put those dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented and they're just perfectly, make sure the lens is large enough, and it just is. And I'm going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place a block onto the right lens. We'll do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which I can identify with. The lens that ain't right will be played by the left lens tonight. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. Get everything lined up just right, just so. Make sure the lens is large enough, and it just is. Barely with your PD. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home. You won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs to do it for you. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel on the left that's going to grind away your lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center that has that V-shaped valley is going to put the V-shaped bevel on the lens, so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now let's go ahead and wake up the computer. Job ID number 2329. And yes, you can play that number in the lottery, but if you win, you got to give me a quarter. All right. So these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, you would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm not going to place a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I will place one on the rear concave surface of the lens. Let's go ahead and press that sticker on there firmly. Now the magnet's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Free bad jokes with every purchase. So the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And it's barely going around. And then measuring twice, cutting once is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none, I predict. My New Year's resolutions is to quit predicting. So, you know, I somehow predicted I was going to say that. So the light you see flickering in the background is water to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, so water does not spray onto this lens. Now it will spray for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you see beginning to form. Now plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex do have water spraying on them the whole time. But as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It has 100% UVA and UVB protection. It also has about 40% blue light protection built into the lens. And Essilor calls polycarbonate airwear because they feel it's as light as air. These are the T Gen 8, Transitions Generation 8 Gray with Crizal Alize UV protection. Of course, you got that written there, but now you can see it. This is, oh, by the way, the Crizal is 3 treatments in one. The first treatment reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, and fluorescent lights. By the way, your lens is completely flat all the way around the edges. It's just going to double check itself where to place the bevel. The second treatment is that it reduces reflection. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. Plus, if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see your phone in the lens, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see that. Now the third feature that I like is the practical side. The machine that applies the Crizal anti-glare costs over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. Your lens has to go through an acid bath, washed and cleaned in a sterile room. And so because of the time and the expense of that, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. And of course, parliamentary procedures, you're going first. Your pain in the butt husband. He tells me that's what you call him. But he got another Versace. But he, in fact, this is the one he got. What a cute little loving nickname you have for him, pain in the butt. It could be worse. I'm not going to see so at least I can say that on the air if kids are watching. But he got the 1175B. The B stands for bling. Oh, look at that. Look at that. When he goes outside, you're going to be jealous. You're going to have to get you some bling. Now this frame does come in black and platinum, as well as gold and tortoise. But he's getting the Transitions brown when the new Transitions Gen 8 came out. They don't have it with the Crizal anti-glare on there, so I had to have it custom made. That's taking a little bit longer due to the fact that at the end of the year, everyone was trying to use their vision insurance and health savings account flex dollars. The labs got bogged down and are taking a little bit longer this time of year, especially on top of all that. As soon as January 1st, people's insurance benefits started back up as well as their flex dollars, so everything is slowed down. You have stock lenses, meaning they come with a paper packet on the outside. I can get those faster. But Mr. Pain in the Butt, Mr. High Maintenance, I had to have his custom ground to go in there. So let's see what we can do for you, the easy to please Saria. I'm going to tuck your right lens into the corner of the frame right there. Using my thumbs, I'm going to press down. It don't want to go. So I'm going to take it down about 0.2 of a millimeter, place it back in, hit the retouch button, and instead of going to the cutting wheel, it's just going to go to the bevel wheel and take 0.2 of a millimeter off, going all the way around the circumference of the lens until it snaps in there easily. I do not want to force the lens in there. A lot of people who are in a hurry will use heat. Now I do use heat on the temple tips to adjust them, but not on the frame front. In most cases, if I were to heat this up, the plastic becomes pliable and the lens will insert in there, but the lens is generating force all the way around your frame, and eventually if the lens is too tight, it causes a frame to stretch, or what we in the industry call roll. If you can imagine this bevel being like a gutter, this is the thinnest part of your frame, this is the thicker part. It's going to force the bottom of the frame to roll outwards, giving you an ugly cosmetic look, as well as shortening the life of your frame. So because of that, I always take the time to do what's known as cold insert. It takes me a little bit longer on the right lens. Once we get the right lens down, we flip it over, cut the left, but the right lens always takes a little bit longer. It's a corny saying, but the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra in the beginning. Now, if I were to had to cut 1,000 pair a day like the major labs that are making your husband's lenses, everyone has bosses. Hurry up, get it out, get it out, get it out. I take my time, make sure it is done right. So I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner, using my thumbs, press down. Whoa, it's still alive. In fact, I saw some optical sawdust. Let me get that off. I'm going to get all of that off of your lens, drop it on the counter. And once it's all off your frame, I collect it neatly into one pile, and then I wipe it on the floor. I don't know why I think that's so funny, but I do. So let's tuck it in, press down. Now it snaps in there easily. Let's flip that over to L, which is Latin for not right. The magnet's going to go into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or tonight I'm calling it the Saria. Hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts, just like before. It's going to be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left side. Ding! You may now turn the page. And of course measuring the thickness to know where to place the bevel for the least amount of edge thickness. Now in some cases I do override that, but I'm not tonight, because look at that. Look how perfect that is. And so essentially you are getting, even though it took a little bit longer, we may need to take, because based on power, your left lens is a little stronger. We may need to take it down a little bit more. But that's what you get with me. I offer a VIP service. I do not rush. I'm a licensed optician. I make sure I'm the only person on the internet. The owner of the company answers every email. The guy who builds my websites hates for me to refer to myself in the I. He says I need to be the we. But the reason why you buy from me is because I oversee every process, from beginning to having lenses cut, to completion, to shipping, the thank you email. A licensed optician is the only person who ever touches your frame and your lenses throughout the entire process. We're going to come down here to the lensometer, do what's known as final inspection. Put it in, find the center of your lens, read the power, and I'm getting 250, exactly halfway between 2 and 3. That's where you'll find 2.5, 2.5. That's because the unit of measurement in the optical world is called a diopter. And it goes in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So you're on the 10th rung of a ladder. You need 10 steps of far-sighted correction with your glasses off. You have wonderful vision here, but as it gets farther away, you need far-sighted correction because you are nearsighted. So that's why there's a minus sign. Your lenses minify. The minification, there's a minus sign there. It comes into the red. The pluses are in the black, just like the casinos and roulette. So, without your glasses on, everything is much too large, like these guns. Boom, boom, boom. You put your glasses on and these shrink down into those little chicken wing arms that they are. So, that's where at 2.5. Now your left eye, you only need 9 steps of correction. But once everything is the correct size, you have 3 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So once you have 2 curves, a 2 1/4 this way and another minus 75, 90 degrees apart from this one. That's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. We do that at the 165 meridian. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn that fine tune knob to about 165. Now this is an arbitrary number. It could be anywhere from 0 to 180. These first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. By the way, this Versace 3254 sells for $295 tax-free, and it comes with 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses. Now if you have your own frames, you pay $49.99 for the lenses. The transitions in any case adds $99.99, and the Crizal Alize is $79.99 for a total of $474.98 tax-free. The reason why I point out tax-free, and I'm going to put that pupillary distance back on there, is that a lot of people have to charge tax on the internet now. I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. Imagine that. And there is no tax on medical devices in my state, so I never have to charge tax. So if you were to buy these from someone in another state that does, if the total was $474.98, now the sales tax in North Carolina is 7.5% times 7.5%. You would pay an additional $35.62. You can save that. You know what, guys? Go out to dinner on me since you don't have to pay tax. How's that sound? So let's go ahead and tuck the lens in at the outside corner. So that pain in the butt husband is not so much of a pain in the butt. He did the smart move, saved you some money. Yeah, that snapped in there perfectly. Let's go ahead and take this block off. And also, the reason why I do a cold insert years from now, should you ever need to change your lenses, I can mail the lenses right to your home. You just pop the lens out, take the new ones that I mailed to you in these lens packets. Well, I've got some in here. Take it out, pop it right in. I'm going to have to put the pupillary distance back on there. Hopefully you'll be more smooth when you do that, better than me. It's all right, we're getting back to 250. Let's put a dot. You behave now. Let's put a dot right there. Now let's read the power of the left lens. Did it get on there? It did, right there. 165, 2 1/4 minus 75. At 165, we're still on the 165 meridian. Put it in over that black dot. Read the power. I'm getting minus 2 1/4. 1 tick mark going away from 2. 250, 275, 3. Now, speaking of 3, I'm going to check the second power, your second curvature, minus 75. We're going to end up with a minus 3 if all goes well. That's because when you add like signs together, minus 2 1/4, minus 75, you end up with 3. Let's check the second curvature. 3. Look at that. Look at that. So your pupillary distance, 28.5 for the right, 28.5 for the left, for a total of 59. I'm going to turn this card around, place the PD stick against my thumb. That was on inches. Let's do millimeters. And when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 59 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Check the optical center height of 24, not to the bottom of the lens, but from the middle of the plastic. We're getting 24 millimeters. And I'm not measuring straight down, I'm measuring to the farthest point on the lens. 24 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the US, and St. Cloud, Florida is still in the US, so free shipping anywhere in the US. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that's higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'm part of that 80%, but because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, let me take off my Versace's. When I press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. For those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the Versace 3245. I got my Medusa on each emblem, not as big as Saria. She got the big Medusa. But mine's the blue tortoise with the platinum. This platinum looks really good with these wisdom highlights I got growing in over my ears. Yeah, that's right. I called them wisdom highlights. It took me years to gain this much wisdom. And yeah, no, I ain't gonna say nothing else because I'm pretty dumb. And I fake it with my wisdom highlights. Press down on the temples. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. That neither temple is askew. Now, this is what your lenses look like clear. I'm going to go ahead and activate them, meaning I'm exposing them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. By the way, I send out a selfie request in every package to have your selfie on the website. In fact, since pain in the butt's getting these Versace's, I would love to have a husband and wife combo. I don't have one of those on the website. I would love to have that. So, but I also send out cleaning instructions not only on your frame and lenses, but for the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, your Versace cleaning cloth. And you know what? You're supposed to get a Crizal cleaning cloth. Here we go. So they care for all that, and your case, so they will last you for years. But this is the first time they have been activated. They're still clear. Let me go ahead and expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. A little bit longer when you come back inside. 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, Saria, this is important, and everyone else watching, all transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they'll work for years of maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun, but that's what causes your lenses to darken. The UV rays, so that's why they won't turn dark in a car. Now, if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, they will darken. And of course, they're going to keep getting darker and darker than this. Come on, Saria, we talked about this, don't you remember? But they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I'd like to remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside, so we all work a little bit better once it cools off. So, this time of year, it's not a problem, but in the dog days of summer, it is. So, but these transitions Gen 8, you can see how fast it's turning back to clear. As I keep talking. Now, speaking of talking, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon and you will get notifications on every video as they come up, as they get their comeuppance. And you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as Free RX Lenses. If you have any questions or comments, well, actually, you can leave a comment in the comment section below. But if you have questions about what I can or can't do, just go to the Contact Me page on the website. And there's a phone number or an email. Just hit me up and I'll respond back with price and availability if it's a frame that I don't have listed. I am an authorized Versace dealer. No, I do not have every Versace listed on the website. So if there's a frame you want, contact me and just let me know which one it is, and I'll check on that for you. So, as I mentioned, you can leave a comment. Saria, leave a comment in the comment section below. And what else is there? I believe that is it. Look at it turning back to clear. So, I'll holler at you when your loving, sweet, wonderful pain in the butt has his transitions brown lenses with anti-glare ready to go. And now hopefully everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.